name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.
Race 2 on the card. It's the first leg of the place accumulator, and this is a FM89 handicap. 7 runners go to post for race 2 on the card over the 1,000-meter trip, and the first leg of the PA will get underway at 1 o'clock, so you've got to be sharp to get the bets on for a place accumulator. These race 2 on the card, it looks to be a tricky race where quite a few of these horses do have chances, but I thought maybe a horse that you must respect is the 5 Auntie Lizzie. With no weight on her back, she comfortably has the beating of Social Butterfly, Nikia, Kalulo at the weight, and even the likes of Vivid Jet. So with 50 kgs, I think she's a massive runner.
I think you could be on the button with regards to playing at wide here in the place accumulator, because you just got 7 runners going to post. There's a lot of form represented by Social Butterfly on that last win at Hollywood Bet, Scottsville. You mentioned Auntie Lizzie, Nikia and Kalula were in front. And you got horses that will be on the surface, like Social Butterfly for the first time, and a horse like Vivid Jet has only tried the surface once and hasn't performed, but that was a good 10 lengths behind Dancing Feather. And then you got Civil Rights, another horse that hasn't performed on the poly track, and then you got horses that really love the surface. So it's all about trying to narrow down your selections for the exotics. I think you have to respect Social Butterfly the way she won last time out. Personally, I think she won easier than the margin suggests. And if you're using Star Act as a line horse on collateral form, there shouldn't be much that will separate herself and Vivid Jet. I know it was in a different race altogether that Social Butterfly beat Star Act, and of course Vivid Jet was a short head behind Star Act, but this type of race, Vivid Jet, Social Butterfly, I think will be the 2 that possibly will be atop of betting boards. But I'm in agreement with you with a horse like Auntie Lizzie. Caden Brewer's riding exceptionally well, traveling around the country. He only claims 2.5 now, and on her best form, she must run well. Michael Roberts, well, he's got a very strong hand here with numbers 1, 3, and 6. Of the 3, I think if the pace is on, this could be the key to Nikia's chances. Of most of her wins on the poly track, when the pace is on and she's sitting off them, she can turn on the speed. So she's a horse that demands the utmost respect. And I think with a lot of speedsters in the race, there's no known horse that's going to go out and blitz up front. But I think these horses are not going to go slow, so it could open up the door for horse number 6, Nikia. So it looks like a tough start to the place accumulator.
One more horse from the Michael Roberts here that I want to get your thoughts on is the 3 Kalulo, who I thought was a touch unlucky last time not to finish a bit closer than the 2.3 lengths that she did when Warren rode at Scottsville. She's run 1 second on the poly, but she absolutely loves a 1,000-meter trip. All of her stake checks have come over the distance. I think she must be included as well.
Yeah, when you look at that Star Act form, again, you go to the run on the 28th of November. Kalulu versus Vivid Jet, really not much separating them at the line. It was a photo finish that day behind Vivid Jet, who moved up to actually win it, and I think Star Act was absolutely gutsy to get the job done, but just behind them was Kalulu. And Warren Kennedy, getting the ride again on number 3 Kalulu, where I think the stable elect, which is Rachel Vinica, she sticks at number 1. Lady Catherine, who's 2 from 2 on the poly track. How good is she? Well, this race will tell us a bit more. But after that last win, they actually, gave her a break. What she's been off for 134 days. So we'll see how she's taken that layoff. But it's a tricky start to the place accumulator, and of course the bipod as well. But I think everything does point to Social Butterfly, and if she does take to the surface, I think there'll be more to come from her in the province. She really won well at her second start in KZN. She sets the standards for me. She's basically unexposed on the surface, so we'll see how she goes. But I'm in agreement with Rael. Auntie Lizzie gets a mention. Nikia, for me, also gets a mention. And then Vivid Jet as well. But place accumulator for the guys out there, how many horses for you?
I'm likely going to include 3 horses. include Auntie Lizzie, Kalulu, and the likes of Social Butterfly into the first leg of the place accumulator, and how would you play it?
Yeah, I think my only difference is that of the three Michael Roberts runners, I like Nikia, you like Kalulu. I think that's the only difference, but I'm in agreement with you. Social Butterfly, Auntie Lizzie, Vivid Jet looks to be the principals, and if you're looking for one more to include, well, spin a coin between Rahil's selection and mine. Kalulu or Nikia of the two from the Michael Roberts yard. Well, we both could be wrong, and you could see Rachel Vinegar on Lady Catherine come through to be the better of the three, but it's a tricky start to the PA, isn't it?
Yes, it is a tricky start, and I think you can include quite a few horses, and hopefully you can double up and get through the first leg of the place accumulator, but it certainly doesn't look to be an easy first leg.
It's good fun. Days like these are great. You get the whole industry together, and to have, companies and corporations like Interbet and Cape Racing who are so generous with sort of time and energy into making a day like this possible is it's fantastic for everyone.